Hey guys, it's Evilord here, back again with another review, and today we're having a look at the Marvel Legends Thanos Build-A-Figure Wave Taskmaster. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, now as said before, today we are having a look at Taskmaster, part of the Thanos Build-A-Figure Wave, which was just recently released in my area this week, specifically Tuesday, to promote the new Avengers Infinity War movie. Now, I have to say, of all the wave, this was the one I was the most looking forward to, and of everyone in the wave, this is the one I like the most. Mine has a little bit of a hiccup, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But first, we're going to start off by taking a closer look at his accessories. Alrighty, now checking out Taskmaster's accessories. He comes with the same sword that Dread Knight and Baron Zemo had, and I believe Black Knight is going to have when he comes out later this year with the rest of the Infinity War figures, actually. It's a nice sword. It's got a nice gold hilt, nice silver blade, pretty straight. It looks pretty straight to me, so definitely a nice piece to have. The one thing that surprised me, he comes with the same kind of revolver pistol that people are getting sick of, but this one is not flexible. Now, I do actually have a silver one somewhere lying around. There it is. And I can't say the same for it, because its barrel is a little gummy. See that. But the new one that comes with Taskmaster doesn't move at all. So I don't know why they chose to do it with this and not this one, but it's nice to see they actually casted this one in hard plastic as opposed to the whatever this is, because it's not really needed here. And then his last accessory is the Taskmaster shield with the red T on it. T for T-Biz, maybe? I think it's T for Taskmaster, but wishful thinking. It actually feels embossed, and that's something that was kind of on the older one. And then it's got the clip on the back, which I'm going to be careful moving that thing, but it does have a peg, and Taskmaster does have a peg hole on his back, which we will look at momentarily when we go over his articulation. So that is it for Taskmaster's accessories. So speaking of which, let's move on to his articulation. Alrighty, now before I forget to put this in the video, Taskmaster does come with the right leg for the Thanos Build-A-Figure. I have this knee joint bent because it is a pain in the butt to move. So yeah, other than that, it's got the other knee joint, which seems to want to move pretty well. And it's got the ankle hinge with rocker. So we'll be putting him together in his own review. But yeah, kind of almost forgot about this. So back to the show. Alrighty, so in the way of Taskmaster's articulation here, first thing we're going to do is actually pop the head off and remove the cape, because that's just going to get in the way. Now let me just say right off the bat here, this is going to be Dr. Doom's cape. It's got the gold clasps, hangs nice, stays in pretty well. They just got to paint it green and slap it on a Dr. Doom figure. That's just my opinion, though. And, you know, the shield, that little peg on the back here, it can actually peg into the hole on this figure's back here, right there, and does it pretty well. Then you plop his head back on, which can be easier said than done. Let me just take it behind camera. I don't want to break nothing. Not too difficult, but not too easy either. Let's get this out of here. Flip the clip back. But that's how the shield works. So articulation, his head will look side to side. Look at that. That's grimacing, isn't it? Nice skull there. But his head will look side to side. It'll look up and down. It's got a bit of a rock to it. This is much softer compared to the other hoods we've gotten with the Taskmaster figures. And as far as I can tell, it's not supposed to come off. Some people's have. Mine hasn't. It's going to stay that way. Shoulder, move out. That's it. Doesn't want to move out anymore. Rotate, nice clicky ratchet. Bicep swivel, double joint at the elbows. Kind of hindered due to his gloves, but that's okay. Swivel at the wrist, hinge at the wrist, nice and tight. Ab crunch, is that far forward? His back actually a little bit. Kind of springs back forward though, but whatever. Waist swivel, and mine apparently got a bit of a titty twister. Got a little blue schmutz there. It doesn't bug me that much, and it's not the first time I've seen it on this figure. A lot of people who've gotten it have had some paint schmutzies on this white stripe in particular. So why they even bother painting that, I don't know. But kudos to them for trying at least. I mean, it's not that bad. I've seen worse. He's got the same belt as the other Taskmaster, which we're going to compare him to in a little bit. But his hips will move forward, back, thigh swivel. He's got the loose-fitting kind of strap pieces, which a lot of people aren't fond of. I don't really care. The buckles are nice, and I believe this is a new holster for a pistol, and his pistol does actually fit in there. I just gotta grab the right one. I gotta grab the gold one, not the silver one with the chewed bubblegum plastic on it. But it fits in there decent. And then you get it to the top of his leg, and it ain't gonna fall out. Ooh. And I could say for this piece. But yeah, these pieces don't bug me at all. It's kind of like Cyclops. You get them up high enough, they ain't gonna fall off. He does have a double jointed knee there. There you go. Got a boot swivel. You know, if we can get that to move. There we go. Hinge at the foot and a rocker joint. So with that being said, I wonder where his cape went. There it is. Nah, you can't just shove it on there. We gotta pull his head off. I'm just gonna slap it on there and get the head pop back on. And the cape actually does have a peg, and it does mount in there quite nicely. So with that being said, that is Taskmaster's articulation in a nutshell. So we are going to now move on to some size comparisons and compare him to Hasbro's last effort at the character from a few years back. Alrighty, so here is Taskmaster next to the standard Pizza Spidey body and the semi-standard Bucky Cap body. As you can see, he stacks pretty decent next to these two. He's a little bit taller than Spider-Man, seems to be on par with Deadpool here. Although Deadpool kind of has some pumped up kicks going on, if you know what I mean. But with that being said, let's compare him to the Taskmaster from a couple years ago, shall we? And there they are. Now, I obviously have the udon head on this one because, well, I don't need the, I don't know, what is this? Terminator Skeletor head on there anymore because I got that one on the old one, or the classic one. So I like having the different aliases. I do believe these are different aliases. Don't quote me on that. But the shield, for the most part, is the same. Outside of the colors, the mold is the same. And then the swords are obviously different. This one's got the lightsaber. This one has the standard broadsword. And then this one didn't come with any guns. Actually, they're right there. They're just molded to his chest. And then this one comes with one he can actually hold. Now, granted, they should all come with more weapons, but I'm not going to be that guy. But you know, I've seen some people mashing the parts up. Let's take a swig at that real quick. Alrighty, and here is the new Taskmaster with the old Taskmaster, quote unquote, robotic Skeletor head and shield. I kind of like this, but I am obviously going to leave it as is. I do still think this head works a lot better with this body, but you do have some customizing options here. And since I know you guys are going to ask for it, here is the cape on the older Taskmaster figure, and kind of gives you a sense of what the Doctor Doom might look like in a couple years. I don't know. I have a feeling that's what this body's going to get used for eventually. Oh yeah, and the shield from the new one also does work with this figure. Although I noticed the clip on this one's a little bit more open, whereas the clip on the shield that came with this one is a little bit more closed. So I wouldn't mash them up too much, or you might snap those clips. But yeah, definitely works. You do have some customizing options here. I would recommend, though, remove these holsters if you plan to use this cape and peg it in. Some of you might not care, but I know some of you do. So just a recommendation beforehand. Alrighty, guys. So final thoughts on this figure. I really dig him. I have no qualms with him other than the fact that mine's got a bit of a Smurf nipple over there. But other than that, I really don't have any problems with it. The paint elsewhere is clean. The accessories are nice, and I do appreciate the new head sculpt they gave him. So with that being said, I definitely have to say this figure deserves a 10 out of 10, and Hasbro did a pretty damn good job on it. So kudos unto thee. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.